Sarah, if I can hear, if you can hear us, yeah.
I'm speaking.
Let's hear from
Like,
you.
person. Hello, person.
Sorry, you're the first person to talk. Okay.
Second, I was second person to speak. I spoke
All right.
after.
So one more you.
Hi, good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon, one more you.
Um, yeah. So my weekend was uneventful. Just finished my book for the week. Yeah, nothing much to report. The title of the book is in the chat. Yeah.
Okay, great. Little May, and then we have. So Little May, you go, and then we'll find the last person who hasn't spoken.
John Lotome, let's hear you.
Little May, you are the last person joining us. So do share your what you've done this week, and then also sing a song because you joined us late.
What if I'm not a good singer?
You
Hello?
just have to say the words of the song.
I just have to say the words of the song. Which song do you want?
Father Abraham.
No, your
Okay,
favorite song. Just sing.
my favorite song. Okay, maybe. Okay, where do I start? I start with the song about what I did over the weekend.
So let's do what you did over the weekend, then you wrap up with a song for us.
Okay, so I didn't do much over the weekend. I just read some oh, some chapters of of a book. That's all. Yes. So let me sing which song. It's called "Never Alone" by Lady Antebellum. Uh, I just say the words, right, Prosper? You have agreed to that. There is no need for singing
You,
because I'm not a good singer.
you should. No,
I
sing.
should.
We need to hear the melody. Like, let me give you that motivation.
Okay,
I just give a line to fix you.
okay.
When you try your best but you don't succeed, get what you want and know what you need. When you feel so tired but you can't sleep, stuck in river. Then I do the last round. Light will guide you home and ignite your bones. And I will try to fix you. So you've seen that I did something. So you should also be able to give us a melody and tune so we can have a feel of your song.
Prosper, you seem too so good in singing. You should be the one singing for us.
No, I wasn't late.
Okay, I'll sing. Okay, Lady Antebellum, Never Alone. So it goes like this. Uh, May the angels protect you, troubles neglect you, and heaven accept you. When it's time to go home, may you always have plenty, the glass never empty, no in your belly, you're never alone. I sing the chorus, and then I'm done, right? That's the first stanza. Never alone, never alone. I'll be in every beat of your heart when you face the unknown. wherever you fly. This isn't goodbye. My love will follow you, stay with you, baby. You're never alone. That's all.
Lutumbe, you got the ladies on the call really, I mean, getting so closer to the song. You see the fans they're giving you. You surprised us. To be
No,
honest, we thought you didn't have the voice, but you had the voice.
no.
Next time, don't shadow your voice, please.
Okay, okay, okay.
All right. So on this note, we are zooming in into our activity for today. We just want to take feedback from the exercise we've all done. So in no order, or I'll still go by that order. Um, when I mention your name, you mention your partner that you spoke with. It doesn't. So you mention my name is. I was a listener, and this my partner was the one who talked about ABC. So the underlining thing is we want to create safe space for all of us, and safe space because very often people want to open up to talk about things that are bothering them, but they are unable to find people who would be confident in them to listen to them rather than speaking, listen to them rather than responding. So I believe this is a safe space for us. And the conversation, in order, if some of the things you talked about are extremely that you thought you don't want everyone to know, we want it to be that safe space for everyone here. So I believe we all have that kind of heart. We all have that kind of maturity. We all believe that whatever happens, wherever it happens, it stays there. So like a Chatham House rule, whatever happens stays where it happens. So be confident to share what you pick from the exercise over the weekend. All right. So please, if you are able to turn on your microphone and turn on your camera, please do that so we can get on it. All right. So first person on my list, I'll start from the bottom, will be Wamuyu Wanjuhi.
Oh man. Hi again. So my donor partner was Ada. I don't know. She's not been online a lot, so we haven't gotten around to it. But we're still planning on it. We had gotten. Yeah.
Okay. So were you able to speak over the weekend about the exercise?
Yeah. I approached her about planning a date or scheduling for a date. So we're doing that right now, so I can now do the listening.
Okay. All right. So we'll still get to hear from you when you do. So those who are unable to do it, we will get that done in our next meeting as well before we start. All right. So the next is Jeanette.
So, I'm Janet, and my partner was Victoria. Uh, Firstly, at the start, I was the listener, and she began by speaking, and I was listening to her. I don't know if I can go on with what I got from her.
Yeah, you can. So what did you pick from that conversation? Some of the things you were the listener or you were the one speaking. I'm sure at the end of the day, the two of you took turns, right? How did you do it?
Yeah. Yeah, she began by speaking and me being the listener, and after we exchanged, she was the listener and I speak too. So what I got from my partner Victoria, firstly we began by introducing ourselves. It was our first time to talk and have a call with together. She's a good girl. She's an emotional one. Uh, we had a good time together. Um, the, the baddest moment that she shared with me is was when she joined a company for her internship when she was in her fourth year of the university, and she got in I can say in a confusion of what the company is expecting from its intern. And one day, her boss came to her saying that she's not meeting the expectations from the company. She's not like performing well, and that frustrated her, and her day didn't go well. Um, she told me that she spent the whole day crying. She didn't do anything, but what the lesson that she got in that is that when you first join a community in a given community, you have to first ask the community, the members of that community, what are the expectations, what they need to expect from you. She didn't ask them at the very beginning of her internship, so that's why he got into that trouble. Yeah. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much for the confidence in sharing. And Victoria, your story is very inspiring, and I'm sure we all find ourselves in this situation very often. And like I said, when you practice that exercise, you sort of felt much comfortable. I know now your friendship with Jeanette will be more bonded. So let's hope we hear from others the same thing. All right. Rufaya,
Oh, hi. My partner was Emmanuel.
right.
So I listened to him. He spoke, though eventually I spoke to, but I was the listener. So it's generally Emmanuel is a go getter. He likes like getting things at once, and he becomes frustrated when things are not going his way.
Mm,
So he spoke to me about 10 Academy and how he has been frustrated a little about his challenge. I think the Zimnat challenge, how he's not moving up the leaderboard and is really frustrating because he's really trying everything. Then we after that we moved on to like getting to know each other on like a personal level about a little bit about his background, where he came from, what he studied, and his obstacles so far. And then he also spoke about how he's having issues starting his youth service because he had issues with his jump. There's this regularization thing he needs to do that he hasn't done, and that's what is delaying his service. So yeah, that was it.
okay, great. From your point, you were able to listen and pick everything. What kind of judgment did you pass on him? What in one word, what did you tell him? Did you listen to listen or you listen to respond?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Did you listen in one word? What feedback did you give back to him in terms of you being the one listening? Did you listen to judge? In terms of some of the key
Okay,
things that he
like
shared?
when he was listening, what I
Yeah,
said to him.
yeah.
Oh, okay,
When you were
so
listening, you also listened to him, right?
yeah, well, when I
Uh-huh.
listened to him, I just told you what he said when I listened to him.
And then your feedback, your personal feedback, did you just say,
Okay,
okay,
okay. I told him actually that um life is a two-way string. Things don't always go the way you want it to go, but as long as you're trying your best, you know you're trying your best. I think everything will fall in place at the right time. So I just told him to take things easy and continue
and
trying.
you believe, great, and you believe he took that in good faith?
Yeah.
Okay, great, awesome. The next person is Olusegun.
Yeah, my partner was um Glory, but Glory was ill throughout last week, so we could not connect and talk. But yeah, I hope
Mm,
she said she's feeling better now, so I hope we
mm,
can get better. Yeah.
okay, that's great. Let us hear from you when you do.
All right.
Next person, Nahum. Nahum Nagash, if you can hear us. Nahum, are you there? Okay, so we'll wait for Nahum. The next person is Lawal. You joined late too, so you'll be singing when we are ending.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So apparently, I don't know this song to sing now. I hope you can all hear me.
Yes, we can hear you. So you were on the
Okay,
call the last time. You remember the task we were giving on the mindful listening. So that's
I,
what
I
we're
didn't,
doing.
I didn't have a partner.
So you,
I didn't have a
okay, you
partner.
didn't mention. All right, no problem. So your partner now is Teacher Sunimi. She also said she doesn't have a partner. So after the call, get in touch with her. So you've already heard from a few of us
Okay,
who spoke. Yeah. So please do that. And I'm sure next week we could get feedback from you.
oh, okay, all right, thank you.
All right. Elvis,
Yes, everyone hello. So my partner was um Kevin, but apparently last week I was not available, so we didn't connect. But we have been chatting with him, and we have said we will catch up. Yeah.
okay. So let's hear from you when you catch up, okay? Abubakar,
Uh, my partner was Chela K2. We were not able to meet during the week and the weekend. Hopefully, we'll be able to do that during this week.
thanks for letting us know and hope you do that next week. Okay. Brian,
Yes, hello. So my partner is memory appeal. Last week I had a very terrible internet connection, so we didn't make to connect, though we've been chatting in previous weeks. So yes, we are definitely going to yeah do the activity this week.
okay. So you get back to us. All right. Anastasia, I hope you spoke or how you haven't. Yeah, Nahum,
Hi,
no, you haven't. So after Anastasia, Nahum, you're next after Anastasia.
okay, so my partner was Olusola Timothy, and we were able to connect on the weekend. And I was the listener, and he shared with me. So what he shared was the rough time he went through while in high school. So he's from Nigeria, so I think the last exam from SS2 to SS3, if I got that right,
Mhm.
he was a bright student, and so to him it was without without thinking he was proceeding to SS3, but when the results came he had to repeat SS2, and that was hard for him because as a top achiever that was not even, he didn't understand how that happened. So I don't know I think it's a must to repeat. So I didn't get that point, but he didn't want to repeat. He felt ashamed as a top achiever. He didn't want to go to the same school. He changed schools because of that. And after changing schools, the school he went to was also, it was terrible, worse than the school he was before. But sitting down with his parents, he just calmed down and had it in him to go back to the school he was in and just repeat SS2. And after just understanding that it's normal, he can do even better. And I went with an open mind to repeat SS2. It was actually a good experience for him. He was like the teacher in SS2. He was top achiever there, and even in after SS2 exam, he was the top. He was the top. He was the top in class. So yeah, after having a rough time, he was able to come up on his feet. Yeah.
Okay, great. So, what was the feedback to him? What did you tell him?
Um, I don't think I said anything because after he told me that story, he actually even gave me the lessons he got from
Mm,
that experience. So it was happy. No, it was good listening to him because after that he also gave me another story. I can say also like a chatty person because the entire time, yeah, he told me a lot of stories. That's the one I've chosen, but
mm,
we did have
right,
a lot. Yeah.
great, great. So there is something that is stuck with you that you need to also keep, and more importantly, practicing attentive listening to listen, but not to speak back. So that's the whole essence of the exercise. Nahum, if you are ready, please let's hear from you.
Okay, so I was paired with Lathome John, and I shared him a story. I was the speaker, and he was the listener, and I shared him a story of how being a Real Madrid fan led to getting a C score in my uh, engineering course. So I'm a Real Madrid fan, and uh, at the last moment, I made the decision to, you know, switch to my shirt to Real Madrid shirt in order to celebrate the fact that Real Madrid won a game the previous day, and I shared with him how that caused me troubles in the next day. So I think he'll share it with you.
All right, interesting. Lotome.
As Nahum has said, I was paired with him. I was the listener. He shared a story about, okay, so the previous day there was a match. Real Madrid was having a match. So and the next day he had an exam, and he didn't have any money, some money. Uh, the money that he was given, he put it in a shirt. But later on, he changed the shirt to wear a Real Madrid shirt, and then he went away dad. But while going with the dad, there was some sort of jam, and then a small accident happened. So he had to, since he was late, he had to take a PSV to go to school. But while on the PSV, while the conductor was collecting the bus, the fares, he realized that he had no money. So I think, yeah, he did talk with the with the driver, and they allowed him to just go without paying. But he had to I think to take three. He had to connect with another bus. He had to use three buses. So the first problem was solved, given that he was allowed to just use the transfer without using the bus without paying anything. So in the second bus, he entered the same way, wondering what he will do. So he was seated next to, I think, to an old man. So okay, he went ahead and asked the old man to assist him in paying the bus fare. So the old man thought that probably this Nahum has been using drugs, and he has just come up with a story. Okay, he told him that he's heading to school, he's about to sit for the exam, and it's almost late. He told him the whole situation. So the old man thought that Nahum had just come up with a story, and that nothing like that had happened. So the old man laughed at him. Nahum tried to convince him, but the old man could not listen. But later on, he gave him $5. Yes, so he was able to pay for the bus. But on the third bus, okay, he paid $3, and he was left with $2, I think. The next bus, he sat in front with the driver, the car seat with the driver. But they have some culture somehow. When you enter the bus and you find someone whom you know, and he's sitting in front, he should be the one to pay the fare. So there's this classmate now who made a mistake to sit in front. So a classmate entered, a lady. So while the lady was yet to board, Nahum kept on praying that the lady should not enter the bus so that Nahum doesn't have to pay. So, but unfortunately, the lady entered the same bus and he sat at the back. So Nahum kept praying now that the conductor should start collecting fare from the back seat. But again, the conductor didn't do that. So when it came to him to pay the fare, Nahum had to say that he didn't have the money since he had to pay for the lady and his. Yes. So he later on managed to go to school, but he didn't pass well for the exam. Yes, that's right.
So this is quite an interesting journey, and I mean, I'm sure when he was speaking to you and you were listening, at the point in time you laughed out loud because the experience kind of came out so real. The fact that you don't have to judge what he was saying based on what you think he should have done right and what not, but you listen to him, and at the end of the day, he picked his own lessons. You also pick some lessons for yourself, and also hoping that what he shared with you will stick with you. And I know at the end of the whole program, all this network that you've bonded, all those thoughts you've shared with one other person from a different country will still stick with you. And that is how you build community. So I want us to ensure, like I said, we are still going by the Chatham House rule. Whatever is shared here stays here. The purpose is for us to be more good listeners than being quick to judge in whatever way we are able to listen to the other person. All right, so this is very interesting so far, and I'm looking forward to hearing from anyone else who hasn't spoken with their partner. I think everyone else has. If you haven't, please drop your name in the chat box. Um, I think apart from that, we'll take our last assignment since we run out of time. I'm sure everyone else is spoken. So on the screen, as you can see, this is the assignment you're taking for next week. If you can see the screen, you can actually take a screenshot of it or write it down. So next week is going to be you observe your thoughts for 15, 15 minutes, right? So this is going to be your personal thing. So we'll still remember to keep our partners that we used for last week. But then this will be your thoughts for 15 minutes. So this exercise is a step full of mindfulness designed to simply enhance your awareness of your own thoughts. To begin, sit or lie down in a comfortable position and try to let all tension in your body dissipate. Focus on your breathing first, then move your awareness to what it feels like to be in your body, and finally move on to your thoughts. Be aware of what comes into your mind, but resist the urge to label or judge these thoughts. Think of them as a passing cloud in the sky of your mind. If your mind wanders to chase a thought, acknowledge whatever it was that took your attention and gently guide your attention back to your thoughts. So in this exercise, I'm looking forward to seeing different perspectives of thoughts from you, and we'll share that here as well. And that also means that our mind, as it's been said, must be guided. Guide your heart, guide your mind. So that is where a lot of battles happen. So we need to observe our thoughts, and that leads to action. Before someone else would tell you that I will do something to you, or I'll harm you, or I'll give you something, they've said it by word of mouth, but the mind now picks it up to act on it. The same way, if you assign yourself to certain tasks for the week, you said it, and you need to program your body to respond to that in that regards. So let's take note of the assignment. If you are able to take a screenshot right now, and, and we could share it to the group. So, so if you're able to take screenshot right now, just do that, and we'll share it in the group. All right. So back to closing. If you ever have something you want to share with us before we go, please do. Lawal, you're going to sing your quick song so then we can all say goodbye and get on to work. Where's Lawal? Okay, Lawal, Lawal is not on the call. Quite unfortunate. Probably he's lying. Okay, so since Lawal is not here, if anyone else um, have something as a result of the exercise we've just recapped on, what did you pick? You can unmute and share that briefly, then we can say goodbye. Timothy, so you joined us very late, so we would like to hear from you the song you have. But first of all, tell us what you did over the weekend and then sing one song for us. Know that everyone is here to support you, so let's hear from you. Timothy, are you there? Okay, so Timothy's not ready, so Lotome sang. So Timothy, if you're not ready, please next week get ready and join us. Okay. I'm giving you that luxury of time to prepare next week. But it shouldn't be something you will be afraid of. Victoria, would you like us to hear your last line of your favorite song? Then we wrap up.
Am I supposed to sing it? I'm just supposed to say it.
So you either you sing, you're not the last person. Either you sing or you tell us what you picked from the exercise we did.
Okay,
So
so
you
the
choose which one to go for.
okay, so I didn't get to share, but me and Jeanette actually exchanged the positions from listening to speaking. So I listened at first, then she spoke, then yeah, I was the speaker, then she was the speaker. Yes. So Gina shared about when she got a rejection letter and how, because she put in so much effort into the preparation, it was really painful for her, and she was really sad for like a couple of days and all. But she eventually spoke to people and she came out of it that there will be other opportunities basically. Um so getting a rejection letter is actually, it happens to almost everybody because we are not all perfect and we are not what people want at sometimes. So I learned from that experience that I learned that sometimes it's good to be vulnerable and say how you feel basically. Sometimes you need time to actually get over some things, and if you're open enough, you actually get help basically. So that's what I got from my mindful listening exercise with Jeanette.
Great. Okay, so someone requested for the song we were playing, right? Coldplay. Was it Wamuyu? So I'm just trying to drop that song in the chat box. So let me get the link to you. You can listen to all the songs over there. So on that note, Ken said he has sore throat. So on that note, I'd like to say a big thank you to you all for joining. And I would like to encourage us. This is one of my pleas to all of you, that you are already in the world of work. And as such, you need to be ready of what is happening around you. You need to really have all the basic skills that you need. To some extent, I don't see more of you share, contribute on Slack to support. It is only a few people that keep doing that. So on every week, we need to find someone who has been there, who contribute and support. So I would encourage you, don't just be on Slack and just be on Slack. Someone may ask a question that you know about. You should be able to to help out. So that is one of my encouragement I'm giving to all of you, because that also counts. Okay, when you go to work, they would want to find out how you relate with others. So let's remember that.